Hello, Charlotte here from the Music Hub with your song of the week. So make sure you're comfortable, try and get some space around you for a bit of moving, and let's get singing. So first of all, can you shake as though you have something gross and sticky on your fingers? Go. Can you shake as though you have something gross and sticky all over your arm? Can you shake as though you have something gross and sticky on your shoulders, arms and fingers? And relax. Can you stretch up nice and tall for me? So keeping your feet flat on the floor, but wiggling your fingers right up to the ceiling. And let all that drop. Can you reach the two opposite walls at once as though you're trying to touch them at the same time? So wiggling your fingers, feel that really nice stretch across the front and relax. Now, you're going to pretend that there is a giant polar bear in front of you. Big cuddly polar bear, he's very gentle. You're going to put your arms around to hug, but because he's so big and fluffy, you can't quite meet your fingers. So keep stretching your fingers, they're nearly there, and relax. Lovely. Can you put your shoulders up to your ears? And can you sigh them down? So you'll go, lovely. Let's try another one. Shoulders right up to your ears. And sigh them down. Can you give me a big yawn, but not like a normal yawn, like a pantomime yawn? An over-the-top yawn, like you want somebody really far away to see you yawning. Did you make the sounds as well? Are they as loud as mine? Let's try again. Very nice. Now we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to yawn, but instead of our sound going downward, we're going to yawn upward. So our yawn will go. Can you try that one for me? And yawn it down again. Lovely. Can you try and lick your nose? Can you try and lick your chin? Can you point your tongue out but make it flat and wide? Can you point your tongue out but make it thin and pointy? And pop your tongue back in your mouth. Lovely, lovely. Can you, bit of a brain teaser for you, take one hand and put your finger on your nose. Nice and easy. Can you take your other hand and put your finger on the opposite ear? So you've got one finger on your nose and then one finger on your ear. And now, watch me very closely. You're going to swap your hands. So now this finger goes on your nose and this finger goes on the opposite ear. And swap back. And swap. And swap. And swap. 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 And relax. Can I hear na 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 no 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 na 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 na. Can I hear you say, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, 'cause they were like, what? 'Cause they were like, what? But I was like, ew. But I was like, ew. Can you show me this sneery face? Can you show me a shocked face? Can you show me a suspicious face? Can you show me a sad face? Show me a happy face. Happy face. Lovely. Now that we're all warmed up, we're going to have a look at a song called Poor, Poor Bird. It's quite a mournful song, quite a sorrowful song, so make sure it's stood beautifully. Have a listen, I'll sing it to you first. Poor, poor bird, speed thy flight up above the sorrow of this dark night. Poor, poor bird, speed thy flight up above the sorrow of this dark night. So we'll learn our song bit by bit. My go, your go. Poor, poor bird, poor, poor bird, poor, poor bird, poor, poor bird, speed thy flight, speed thy flight. Let's put those two bits together. So we have poor, poor bird, speed thy flight. Poor, poor bird, speed thy flight. Up above the sorrow, up above the sorrow. That bit of our song moves around a little bit. Have a listen and a watch. Up above the sorrow. See if you can use what I'm doing with my hand to work out when our notes are higher and when they're lower. Up above the sorrow, up above the sorrow. We're only saying a couple of words there, up above the sorrow. So it's only a couple of words, but we move across those notes quite a bit. Let's have a listen. Up above the sorrow, up above the sorrow of this dark night, of this dark night. Up above the sorrow of this dark night. Up above the sorrow of this dark night. Poor, poor bird, speed thy flight. Poor, poor bird, speed thy flight. Up above the sorrow of this dark night. Up above the sorrow of this dark night. Very good. Hope you were singing along there. So you'll have noticed when I sang it to you, I sang the whole thing through twice. It's only a short song. So when we finished this dark night, poor, poor bird, we're ready to start again. We'll go through it twice. So when I've gone through it once, I'll go through it again. You can join along with me from the beginning if you feel like it, or you can use the first time round to listen and the second time as a practice, whichever you prefer. Make sure you're standing beautifully. 1, 2, go. Poor, poor bird, speed thy flight. Up above the sorrow of this dark night. Poor, poor bird, speed thy flight. Up above the sorrow of this dark night. Very nice. So, our song's a bit of a moody song. It's quite atmospheric, so that might make a few decisions about how you're going to sing it. It might not make such sense to sing the song like this. Poor, poor bird, speed thy flight. It's not really a jolly kind of feeling. There's also a couple of words in here that sound a little bit strange. We have poor, poor bird, speed thy flight. Thy is a word that we don't come across too often. It's an old English word. So your challenge is to see if you can find out exactly what that means. As singers, our most important job is that we communicate the meaning of our song. So we really need to know what we're singing about if we have any hope of our audience understanding. Let's try to put that whole thing together. Shake your hands for me. Shake your knees. Shake your eyebrows. Shoulders up. Tie them down. 1, 2, off we go. Poor, poor bird, speed thy flight up above the sorrow of this dark night. Poor, poor bird, speed thy flight up above the sorrow of this dark night.